Good afternoon, everyone. This is Uni Aries bringing you Leo's another reading. Well, not another reading, but the first reading, I should say. Um, Now, this is going to be for the end of March 2019. So let's get started, shall we? Now, oh, it's blurry. That's not good. Come on. Okay, let me just lower down the brightness for you guys a little bit. I guess that's okay. All right. So for your first card is the Eight of Cups, which is Quest. So it seems, you could be on a quest to find somebody, right? Or it could be a quest to make money, or a quest, just in general, a life quest that you're on. You know, as our reading goes on, we'll find out what kind of quest that you're on, and hopefully, it's a good one, Leo. Okay. Now, for your second card, you got the Five of Pentacles, Poverty. So, Leo, are you going through? Are you in a poverty kind of area? Maybe there's a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff going on. You know, I'm just trying to think like how to explain this. You know, because when you think of poverty, you think of the poor and people begging and people who are suffering, and you know, like she has a gas mask. You know, biohazard. You know, and you got all those buildings that are spewing out all those smoke, and it's dirtying the air, and it's making it hard to breathe, and it's just a very negative environment. Maybe, Leo, you find yourself in a negative environment right now. Perhaps you feel like you're in poverty. Maybe you feel poor, or you feel like, you don't really matter, perhaps. Or maybe, like this, maybe you, I don't know how to explain it, really. Because you even got, the scavengers right here. They're scavenging for food. Hopefully this is not you, Leos. You know, hopefully you get past this kind of situation in your life. Okay. Now for your third card, One of Cups, Fondness. So this could be a fondness. Probably, most likely, it's a fondness towards somebody. Perhaps you're in love with somebody, or there's feelings developing, and you know, you're growing attachment for this person. Like you see with the dragon, the dragon's growing fond of the human girl. Because maybe the girl was taking care of him really well, and he grew that fondness with her. Perhaps there's someone who's treating you very nicely and being very sweet to you, and you're growing that fondness. Now, it doesn't have to be in a love way. It could be in a friendship way, or maybe it could be a boss. You like time spent with him. Like, you don't think he's a bad boss. You think he's a pretty awesome boss. Stuff like that. It could be anything, but I think it's more of towards love. Now, for your next card, you are one, Authenticity. Now, this is actually another special card. Um, on my last reading for Sagittarius, they got a special card too, but this is the second one that was in my deck. So I'm actually gonna pull out the book because I haven't read this one either, and let's see what it says. Let me just flip to the page real quick, and we'll read it together. Okay, guys. So. It says, this card represents learning and acting out self-love and self-acceptance. People may not be accepting you for who you really are. You must learn to accept and love yourself and know that you are worth much more than people make you out to be. It is vital and empowering to accept your flaws, physical and emotional, big or small. Know and accept that everyone and everything is different, just as you are. So this is more of, I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It has a lot to do with accepting yourself, you know, both on, and accepting, you can't love you can't love someone if you don't love yourself, kind of thing. That's kind of how I feel when I see that card, in a way, after reading this. You can't love yourself. You can't love someone if you don't love yourself, you know. And you have to accept yourself as well. There's going to be things with everybody that we don't like. There's going to be a lot of things we don't like about, a lot of things that we're not going to like about each other. Not about each other, but about ourselves, that we're not going to enjoy. Like maybe you have a receding hairline and you just hate it, but hey, it's a flaw, right? Or that's kind of a bad example. um like perhaps, you're not all muscular and you don't like that about yourself, or anything that you think is a flaw about yourself. Or maybe you have a temper and you don't like that about yourself. you know it's endless. But it's all about accepting yourself. That's the most important thing. All right. Next is the King of Cups, fascination. So you're looking back at these cards, especially with the fondness. It looks like you're fascinated in someone. So this could be fondness towards a love way. And then, you know, because you're learning to accept yourself, you're able to love, you know. And then you grow. You're growing that fascination between somebody. It could be someone that you've met that you're fascinated in. You're curious about them. Perhaps you want to get to know them more, or hoping that they give you a chance. All right, Leo. Now for your next card, Nine of Swords, anxiety. So you're anxious. You're feeling anxiety. Maybe it's with this person that you're fascinated in. Maybe you're feeling anxious that they might not feel the same way about you, or you're anxious that Hmm. I'm just looking back at all the cards here. Yeah, it looks like, the anxiety is there. Maybe you're scared to approach them and tell them how you feel, perhaps. That's why you're feeling anxious. That could be. Now, next is Zero the Fool, exploration. Now, when I see this card, I think of, you know, Leo's, like when you look at a butterfly, you think of it first being a caterpillar and then growing into a beautiful butterfly and letting out its wings and flying and exploring the world. That's how I feel when I see this card. Exploration is exploring, maybe exploring things that you want to do in life, or exploring things that, make you happy. Okay. It doesn't have to be traveling, it could be just exploring yourself and figuring out what you want to do with life. Right, Leo? That's what I think. Now, for your next card, One of Swords, intellect. So you have that intelligence, Leo, okay? And based on everything before, despite you feeling anxious, but you are exploring maybe new things in life, you have that fascination, okay? You are one, authenticity, accepting yourself, loving, you know, loving yourself so you can love others, you know, fondness. I'm not sure about the poverty, but, you know, you're on a quest for sure. And I feel like the quest ties in with the intellect, Maybe you're on a quest to be growing intellect. But you're very smart, Leo. Okay. Now for the next card. Five of Swords, defeat. Now what's the something's defeating you. Perhaps I'm guessing, don't hate me on this, but I'm guessing, Leo, that perhaps this person that you were fascinated about that was making you feel anxious, perhaps they don't want to be with you. And this one person You know, because there's going to be a lot of love offers coming your way, but perhaps this person that you really wanted to be with doesn't want to be with you, and you feel defeated. You know, that's the kind of energy I feel with that. You know, you feel defeated, but to back up this card, 10 the wheel changes. So there is going to be changes. Despite you feeling defeated, that's going to change, you know, and perhaps you're going to instead not dwell on that and you're going to move forward, you know. There's going to be changes in your life for the better, right? Which is very good, you know. So there's your reading, Leo. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff, you know. Just have hope. Don't give up so fast, okay? You know, things will go your way. I hope you guys enjoyed my Leo reading, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.